If you're someone who loses on the punt, or you know someone who's lost a lot of money on the punt, they've potentially lost some assets, had family issues, physical health, mental health issues due to their gambling addiction and their gambling problems. It might be you, it might be someone you know. I've got the solution for you. Just stop. Just hold yourself accountable. Just stop doing it. It's that easy. It's that simple, right? That's what everyone on TikTok thinks. They think you've just got to stop and have some self-accountability. All the heroes on social media, the keyboard warriors, that's what they think you've got to do. You've just got to stop, man. How did you not think of that? It makes me sick to hear that. Genuinely sick to hear that. It is such an ignorant comment. It is such an arrogant comment. Just because you're out there and you don't get sucked into the tricks that are out there in advertising with gambling, the pokies, the flashing lights, everything out there that has been designed by professionals, by experts, by neuroscientists, by psychologists, all the tricks out there that have been designed to lure humans in to gamble and throw their lives away. Who would have thought that the hero on TikTok has the solution that you've just got to not get sucked in by it? It's so arrogant and it makes me sick. We have people every single day come into our DMs. I've heard stories of people losing $500,000. I've heard stories of people losing $100,000. I've heard stories of people losing their family. It is very, very tricky to hear these stories. It's sad. It is so sad. And these heroes on TikTok, they think that just because they don't have that gambling addiction, they don't have that addictive personality maybe, they don't get sucked into things and they can happily punt for a bit of fun and put $5 here and there and not get sucked in. They think that just because they're lucky enough and grateful enough to not be sucked into those things, they think that everyone else should therefore be able to do it. Gambling addiction is much like a skill in a sense that some people have it and some people don't. It's much like smoking. It's much like alcohol. It's a drug. It literally releases endorphins and hormones and all that funky shit in your brain. It literally releases that. And some people get sucked in by it and some people don't. Much like smoking, drugs, alcohol, anything, any drug. Some people get hooked by it and some people don't. So if you're an ice addict or if you know an ice addict, just tell them to stop because that's the equivalent. You just got to tell them to stop. That's all it is. That's all it takes. Please have some empathy for people that have gambling addictions and people that can't hold themselves accountable. People that as soon as they see Nathan Brown on the TV talking about a multi, they have an overwhelming urge within their body to go and place the bet. Just because you don't have those feelings doesn't mean other people don't. It is so sad to see. This is why we're so passionate about this industry and trying to make a change because we've seen the damages. I understand gambling is very hush-hush. You don't hear about people losing their lives. People keep it quiet because they're ashamed of it. The problem is that people aren't aware of what goes on. I wasn't aware of what goes on in this industry 3 or 4 years ago. Now that I've heard so many different perspectives, so many people speak about the damages that gambling's caused, their inability to control it, their inability to get away from it, their inability to escape it due to how much advertising and how many things get thrown on their face on the radio, on billboards, on TV. Everyone's talking about it. You walk into the pub, you walk down the street, people are talking about multis, bonus backs. Everyone's talking about it. Yes, we talk about it. I understand that. But these people literally can't avoid it. So have some empathy for them when they say that they can't hold themselves accountable. And comments like, you've just got to hold yourself accountable is so arrogant. And it's just pathetic. Get over yourself. Honestly, get over yourself. Just because you are lucky enough to not get sucked in by that doesn't mean someone else doesn't or does. Can't remember what I was saying. Much like you probably can't write left-handed, someone else can write left-handed. It's a skill. It's something you either have or you don't have. Makes me sick. Pisses me off.